Right now, a flagship phone costs you around $1,300, and the case, the insurance, and every accessory only push the bill higher. You are paying for the badge, for the final 10% of performance, and for a spec sheet you will never fully use. Over the next few minutes, I want to show you how quietly the whole argument falls apart. A $350 Samsung already promises 6 years of updates. A $500 Google phone carries a camera reviewers rank first in its class. And one device near the end of this countdown hides a 7,300 mAh battery for $400 less than an Ultra. These are 7 phones, all new, all unlocked, and all priced under $900, and each one gives a normal buyer a genuine reason to walk straight past a Pro Max. And for every single one, I promise to tell you the catch as well. Our countdown opens at number 7 with the most affordable phone here, the Samsung Galaxy A27 5G, and at $350, it already handles the one thing most people bought a flagship for in the first place. Its 6.7-inch Super AMOLED screen runs at 120 Hz, so your feed scrolls without a single stutter on a moving train, and a video stays crisp even when you are squinting at it in a bright cafe window. The bigger surprise is buried in the software, because Samsung promises 6 full generations of operating system upgrades, along with 6 years of security patches, which means the phone you buy this afternoon stays safe and current well into the early 2030s. A 5,000 mAh battery backs all of it, comfortably carrying you through a long day of maps, messages, and social feeds without begging for a charger at lunch. Naturally, there are honest limits to a phone this cheap, since the camera is basic. There is no telephoto lens, wired charging tops out at a modest 25 watts, and anyone chasing serious mobile gaming will feel the ceiling fairly quickly. Even so, for the person who mostly scrolls, messages, watches, and navigates, a flagship's extra horsepower would spend most of its life asleep, and spending $150 more moves you into hardware premium phones used to keep for themselves. Sitting at number 6 is the boldest-looking phone on the entire list, the Nothing Phone 4A Pro, a $500 device wrapped in a transparent design, a glowing light interface across the back, and a metal body barely 8 mm thick. What earns it a place here, though, is a piece of camera hardware phones twice its price used to guard closely. Around the back, you will find a 50-megapixel periscope telephoto lens with 3.5 times optical zoom, which hands you real, genuine reach from a proper lens rather than a cropped digital fake. It frames your kid's soccer match cleanly from the sideline, or pulls in a street sign across a busy intersection without you taking a single step closer. Nothing does advertise up to 140 times zoom, but treat the headline figure as marketing rather than proof, because the reach worth using lies at the optical end and not the digital extreme. The compromises deserve their moment too, since low-light shots lose some consistency, video quality trails the very best phones, and nothing commits to only 3 years of Android upgrades against a longer 6 years of security. Buy this one for its unmistakable design and its flexible zoom, and never for a giant digital number printed on a spec sheet. At number 5, the Google Pixel 10a makes a much quieter argument, one built almost entirely on patience, because it costs $500, yet Google backs it with 7 full years of operating system, security, and feature updates. When you spread the price across all of those years, the phone works out to roughly $6 a month to keep in your pocket. Its camera is the real headline, because the 48-megapixel main sensor pairs with Google's photo processing to earn the title of best camera under $500 from most reviewers, holding onto fine detail on a dim evening street and quietly fixing group shots so nobody is caught mid-blink. Around it sits a 13-megapixel ultra-wide, an IP68 rating for rain and pool decks, satellite emergency messaging for the dead zones, and a battery good for more than 30 hours. The distance from a Pro phone is still real since there is no dedicated telephoto lens and distant zoom softens noticeably, and this was never built as a maximum frame rate gaming machine. 7 years of updates is also a software promise rather than a guarantee your battery stays flawless the whole way through, yet even with those caveats, the Pixel covers the camera, the software, and the lifespan of a flagship for less than half the money. Coming in at number 4 is the sensible choice for anyone loyal to Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy A57 5G, priced at $550. You are getting a slim aluminum body under 7 mm thick, a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED Plus screen running at 120 Hz, and a panel bright enough to stay readable when the sun is sitting directly overhead at noon. Its real value lives in everything it quietly borrows from the expensive models, including 6 years of updates, water and dust resistance for spills and sudden downpours, and the same One UI software, Samsung Wallet, and ecosystem tricks people lean on every single day. A 50-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and 45-watt charging finish the package, with 15 minutes on the plug buying you most of a day. The honest gaps are worth stating plainly. Because there is no telephoto lens, overall performance sits below the S26 family, so demanding games run cooler on a true flagship. The 5-megapixel macro camera adds little of real use, and Samsung has now removed the memory card slot. Still, this phone faithfully recreates the parts of Samsung ownership normal people notice, and it does so without the flagship price attached. Number 3 keeps this countdown honest by refusing to become another Android-only pile-on, and it arrives as the Apple iPhone 17e, starting at $600 with a generous 256 gigabytes of storage. Inside sits the A19 chip, the exact same current processor family Apple ships inside the standard iPhone 17. You hold on to the parts most iPhone owners genuinely use, from current speed built to sail through years of apps and updates, to a capable 48-megapixel main camera, MagSafe wireless charging, USB-C, tough ceramic shield glass, and the full iOS experience with Apple Intelligence baked in. For someone who wants a modern iPhone with long-term support, the everyday feel lands remarkably close to the flagship. Apple, to its credit, made the sacrifices obvious because the screen runs at 60 Hz, so you lose the buttery promotion scroll, there is no ultra-wide and no dedicated telephoto lens, and both the always-on display and the dynamic island are gone. Because of those trims, the 17e never embarrasses Android outright. Yet, it does make paying Pro money for ordinary iPhone tasks surprisingly hard to defend. As we reach number 2, we finally meet a phone doing something no slab on this list is able to match, because the Motorola Razr 2026 folds cleanly in half and slips straight into your pocket. At $800, it stands as the most affordable flip phone you buy new, sitting hundreds of dollars beneath the premium foldables, climbing toward $1,500. A 3.6-inch cover screen runs full apps, quick replies, and live maps without you ever opening the phone, while FlexView props it half open on a table for hands-free photos and video calls, letting you set it down and step calmly into your own shot. Unfolded, and a roomy 6.9-inch AMOLED display opens up for video and multitasking, backed by a 4,800 mAh battery, good for a comfortable full day. Folding, of course, asks something of you in return, since the hinge and inner screen need more care than a solid slab. A cheaper flat phone will out-muscle it on raw power, and Motorola commits to 3 years of Android upgrades alongside 5 years of security. A folding phone is never automatically better simply because it folds, so buy the Razr for its shape, its pocket-friendly size, and its clever cover screen, rather than for chart-topping benchmarks. Finally, standing tall at number 1, the OnePlus 15 delivers the single strongest argument against ultra pricing on this entire list. And it does so without a hint of shyness, because for $900 you are handed a specification sheet reading exactly like a phone selling for $400 more. It begins with an enormous 7,300 mAh battery, larger than almost anything in the flagship aisle and easily enough for 2 ordinary days or 1 punishing travel day with maps, camera, and hotspot all running at once. 80-watt wired, charging refills it in a hurry, while 50-watt wireless waits as a backup. The generous 6.8-inch screen races up to 165 Hz for the smoothest scrolling and gaming on this page. And underneath the glass sits the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, currently the fastest mobile chip you buy, joined by 3 separate 50-megapixel cameras, one of them a 3.5 times periscope telephoto. At this price, the entire question flips on its head, because instead of asking what the OnePlus lacks, you start asking whether the final advantages of a $1,300 phone are honestly worth $400 more. A few cautions still stand. Since independent reviewers rate the cameras as good rather than class-leading, opinions on Oxygen OS and its update policy remain divided, and United States carrier support genuinely deserves a check before you commit. Specifications build the argument, testing settles it, and on pure value, this phone stays stubbornly hard to beat. So here is the simple map to take away, because if you want to spend the least, you choose the Galaxy A27, while the Pixel 10a wins on camera, the Nothing 4a Pro on design, the A57 on safe Samsung comfort, the iPhone 17e on easy Apple entry, the Razr on folding charm, and the OnePlus 15 on raw power for the money. Flagships are not dead, they have simply become specialist tools sold as the default. So pay $1,300 only if you truly need the finest camera, the best video, or a stylus. Everyone else, these 7 phones proved you never had to. So tell me below, which single flagship feature would you refuse to give up? The camera, the battery, the performance, or the software?